6 suspects arrested over the heroin discovered in Mombasa last week remain in police custody until Monday, when they will be arraigned in court again. The 6 are Pakistani national Khan Mohammed, Iranians Ali Mohammed and Abdul Basit, and Kenyans Josh Omondi, Hassan Ibrahim and Yusuf Hassan. However, questions linger as to the fate of the drugs and just who was behind the haul. There are fears that, just like previous seizures, police investigations will not reveal the barons behind the drugs. This fear voiced in part by Muslim leaders who want the government to follow the evidence to the top, saying the 6 suspects in custody are simply hired hands. Only one of Kenya's 3 largest drug seizures ended with a major drug baron being identified. In 1995, police seized 20,000 kilos of hashish. While a dozen people were arrested and charged, the barons behind what remains Kenya's largest ever drug consignment were never identified. The second largest was a seizure of 4,715 kilos of heroin in 2000. Several minor members of the smuggling gang were arrested, but their leader Ibrahim Akasha fled to Europe, where he was shot dead the same year. The third largest seizure was the 1 ton of cocaine found in 2004 in Athi River and Malindi. The big barons behind that consignment have not yet been identified. Experts say police fail to break up drug cartels because they focus on a small part of the trade and ignore the big picture. George Kegoro, a seasoned Kenyan lawyer who has published extensively about money laundering, says studies show the trade in narcotics is linked to many legitimate businesses. He suggests following the money would help discover the connections between those who support the drug trade. Kegoro's book shows how seemingly unrelated criminal and legal enterprises often work together. For example, groups smuggling sugar, used cars and spare parts by corrupting port officials are often the same ones smuggling drugs. A gang stealing cars for export to other African countries may use them as a means of payment for drug consignments. Kegoro draws a link between certain forex bureaus, casinos, realtors and dealers in other high-value property and the drug trade. According to the US Department of State, the casino industry in Kenya is suspected to be an avenue through which narcotics-related money laundering occurs. Unless police look into these connections, they will never break drug cartels. Last week's seizure presented an opportunity for police to look beyond the couriers, but the dramatic rush to court of the 6 minor suspects could raise more questions than answers if major drug barons go unnoticed and larger consignments pass unchecked. Wilkis Nyabwa, KTN, Saturday Night.